Okay, so welcome back. And now let's talk about dividing algebraic expressions, okay, especially when we have exponents. Okay, so now, how do we handle something like this? Well, we can look at it at this as, instead of writing it this way, we can write it with a fractional bar. So a to the fifth over a squared. And then what we could do is we could use the rule, the definition of an exponent, right? So we can write this as what? A times A times A times A times A, right? And the bottom is going to be A times A. And then of course we could use the fact that we can divide out or cancel, in a manner of speaking, divide out the different a's. So a divided by a is 1. And then this a divided by this a gives us 1. So we can cancel those, and what do we end up with? We end up with a cubed. Okay. Now notice also that if we subtract these exponents, top minus the bottom, we get the same result, which leads us to the next rule of exponents, which is on dividing exponents, where we divide numbers with like bases. So if we have b to the m divided by b to the n, then we subtract the exponents, top minus the bottom. So this is going to be equal b m minus n. Okay? And so let's apply this rule to this example. So again, I'm going to take this and I'm going to say, okay, well I'm dividing two numbers with the same base in different exponents, or even if they were the same, doesn't matter. But they have the same base. So I'm going to subtract the exponents, top minus the bottom. So this is going to be x 7 minus 3, which equals x to the 4th. Okay, now b just gives me a base of 4, so they have a common base. So again, I'm going to subtract exponents, top minus the bottom. So this is going to be 4, and the exponent is going to be 5 minus 2, so which is going to give me 4 to the 3rd power. And then c, again, we're going to be a little bit more complicated, so now we've got coefficients, right? So remember, divide the coefficients, subtract exponents. So we're going to do 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And then we're going to do a, and we're going to subtract 6 minus 3. And so we get 3a to the 3rd power as our final answer. Now, what about this one? Let's do the same thing. Now we've got 3 things going on. We've got constants that we're going to divide, then we've got the m's, and we got the n. So if we want to write this a little bit more spread out, we could treat this as 24 divided by negative 6 times m to the 7th divided by m squared times n to the 4th divided by n to the 1st power. Right? If you want to put a 1 there. Now, 24 divided by negative 6 is negative 4. M, this becomes m 7 minus 2 times n 4 to the 4 minus 1 power. And so this gives us what? Negative 4 n to the 5th n to the 3rd. And that's our final answer. Okay? Have a great day.